It's November and this is the Library Roadshow. On the show today, maps, memories, and makers, all that and so much more. Welcome to the November edition of the Library Roadshow. I'm Mary Stein, and this is a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. We'd like to extend a huge thank you to all the families, teachers, and librarians who participated or helped promote the 41st Annual Author Illustrator event at the library last month. Our featured artist and author, Brian Floca, was marvelous. And then to follow that with a visit from Kwame Alexander, he really took the cake. The televised reveal of voters' choice for the Great American Read showed that To Kill a Mockingbird still reigns supreme in our hearts. It was closely followed by Harry Potter and Pride and Prejudice and a number of other perennial favorites. And Attic Treasures, Pride Cheneyville's Local History Fest, and a host of other authors rounded out a busy October. But the fun's not over yet. Please join us at the intersection of the State Library, the State Museum, and the State Capitol in downtown Baton Rouge on Saturday, November 10th for the Louisiana State Book Festival. This wonderful event is free and open to all. Our newest bookmobile will be stationed right in the middle and will be surrounded by authors, artists, musicians, and more. Visit our booth to earn prizes as we reveal the name of the Spring One Book, One Community title. This one-day festival runs from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. For a complete list of speakers and exhibitors, visit louisianabookfestival.org.
Free access to books, audio, and library resources are just a few of the benefits available to you when you get a library card. Need free access to a computer? You get that. Want free access to premium digital resources like Mango Languages and lynda.com? You get that. Need to book a meeting space? You get that. Heck, you can even check out a telescope or use a digital printer with your library card. If you live in East Baton Rouge Parish, pick up your free library card from your local branch library today. Premium access to everything the library system has to offer is waiting for you.
We have over 100 special resources in the digital library, covering everything from business to legal research to homework help, lifelong learning, as well as reading, listening, and viewing for fun. One of the neat things about digital products is that they're not stagnant. They can grow and change along the way. RB Digital, one of our more robust platforms for ebooks, magazines, and a whole lot more, has recently updated its look and functionality to bring you more options. Adam St. Pierre joins us now to explain in the Digital Download.
Do you love getting ebooks, e-audiobooks, digital magazines, and independent movies all in one spot? Then you've got to check out your library's RB Digital site and the RB Digital app. Our good friends over at RB Digital have pulled together the great magazines they have from Zinio, additional ebooks, and e-audiobooks, IndieFlix, and full-length concerts from Stingray Quello, all in one convenient place. So if you're looking for Bicycling Magazine, The Economist, Yoga Journal, Janet Ivanovich, or Game of Thrones, the library and RB Digital have got you covered. All available at home on any device with apps in the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and in the Kindle Store for Kindle Fires. And it's all free with just your library card. To check out RB Digital, head over to the Digital Library page or your device's App Store.
Thanks, Adam. This enhanced platform is fresh and inviting, and more importantly, it's easy to use. Once you get your free account set up, you can pop from one great resource to the next. I really love the online magazines, especially when I don't have much time. But I also plan to drop in on that new Marvel comic suite to catch up on Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain America. Perfect for a lazy Thanksgiving afternoon. Let's shift gears and check in with Caleb Perkins, reporting in from Beyond the Stacks.
STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math is a big deal in K through 12 education these days, but you don't have to be in school to get involved. The Baton Rouge Mini Maker Faire provides an opportunity for the wider community to dabble in STEM in a huge one-day event hosted by the library. It's that time again. We're at the main library at Goodwood for the Baton Rouge Mini Maker Faire. This year's theme is Launch Your Imagination, and we're honoring all things space. So let's blast off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I'm Adam St. Pierre and the STEM librarian here at the East Baton Rouge Parish Library, and today is the Baton Rouge Mini Maker Faire. So we've got lots of great activities going on all throughout the building, first floor, second floor, in the children's room, outside, inside, everywhere. The exhibits that are here are just folks that are showing off their creative passion. So folks that sew, folks that make jewelry, folks that work with robotics, folks that make their own animatronic R2-D2s that are running around. Anybody that makes stuff with wood or with soap or with yarn.
There was cool stuff going on everywhere. I couldn't help but check in with some of those makers.
So I'm teaching an introduction to soldering class. Basically, kids, adults, anybody can come in, and I want to give them an introductory lesson for soldering, which is important in a lot of electrical maker activities.
Hi, my name is Angela Shafani. I'm the development director at Cat Haven. Cat Haven is a nonprofit animal shelter here in Baton Rouge, and we are here at the Baton Rouge Mini Makers Faire to do a rocket ship workshop to teach people how to make rocket ships for their kitty cats.
Hey, I'm Kate Harriman. I am the chairman of the board of Knock Knock Children's Museum. We have a wonderful makerspace where we are inviting the whole community to come out and play with us. We've got a little bit of everything from high tech to low tech and everything in between.
The library has long been a place for creativity, and this annual Maker Faire is the larger expression of that.
We're just fostering the creativity that's already within our community, and we've always been a part of the maker movement. So we've always had sewing and crafting, and now we're just bringing the high-tech stuff in and kind of merging the two together so that we really bridge the all the creative folks with those that want to engage in their own creative passion. So it's kind of just a learning and sharing and gathering of information and fun.
Now that event was out of this world. I can't wait to see what they come up with next year. To find out what's coming up next at your library, pick up a copy of our monthly newsletter, The Source, or visit us online at www.ebrpl.com.
Thanks, Kayla. The Maker Faire just gets better every year. Even though I've gone to them all, I still find something new. This year, my grandson and I spent hours in the children's room with Knock Knock Children's Museum's Alice in Wonderland themed activities. Truly magical. Stay right there. After the break, Warren Crone joins me for a chat right here on the Library Roadshow.
Hey, I'm Constance Wu. Did you know that Crazy Rich Asians was a book before it became a movie? You can still find books at the library, but libraries have so much more, including educational programs for families and opportunities for community engagement and professional development. So visit your library today.
As an American, it's hard to hear that we have a serious hunger issue in our country. And as a parent, it's even harder to hear that 1 in 5 of our kids struggles with hunger, especially when billions of pounds of good food are wasted every year. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide billions of meals to families in need right in your community. Visit feedingamerica.org to support Feeding America in your local food bank. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Look at me, hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry.
Maybe he can't hear us.
Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Do you wonder how your family landed here? Do you really know your family roots? Discover more about your family history at the East Baton Rouge Parish Library Genealogy Department. East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Become a member and discover more.
You're watching the November edition of the Library Roadshow. Everything you need to know about your local library system. Now, libraries love maps and data, but data for data's sake is just no good. So unless you collect, analyze, and then do something with the data, you're just checking off boxes. Here in Baton Rouge, we are so fortunate to have so many people working across a number of disciplines to collect, share, and then use that information to make a difference. Tracking geographical information is an exciting part of this. Warren Crone, GIS manager with the City Parish's Department of Information Services, is working with a number of data professionals to help us make sense of it all. And he's joining me right now. Okay, Warren, what is GIS anyway? And why does it need its own day?
GIS stands for Geographic Information Systems. And we every year celebrate GIS on the second Wednesday in November. This year it's going to be on the 14th. It's just a way to, I guess, educate people about the technology and to showcase some of the applications that we're using, you know, at the city parish or some of our private sector folks that come in and do and show us the applications they've built using the technology.
So we're drawing attention to the fact that this new technology adds another layer to our lives, and we're seeing it everywhere, aren't we?
I'm laughing a little bit because it's, you know, this happens to be the 25th year that
so it's not really new.
It's not really new, no. We started this back in '93 here in the city parish, and October marks that anniversary. So it's
that's kind of cool.
It's special for us this year, yeah.
So we may have to have a cake.
Or cupcakes, one of them.
Okay, so we have GIS Day. It's going to take place here at the main library on Wednesday, November 14th. What is planned for that day? First of all, I know we've got busloads of kids coming in.
Right, we've got 125 kids coming in from area schools. We're going to have 3 activities for them. One, to show them how to build what's called a story map. Another activity to teach them about the geography of our state. And then the third one to show them how to go out in the beautiful park back here and collect data about the trees.
Right, we're going to map those trees.
We are,
using that My Tree app. That's really cool. And then basically then they can go out and be geographical scouts for the rest of us, huh?
They can, you know, take some of the skills they're going to learn that day, bring them back to their classroom with their teachers, and, you know, learn more about this technology, and even go home and record, you know, collect tree data in their neighborhoods.
Well, when you think about it, there are so many ways that just regular citizens, such as myself, we're getting kind of drawn into this. All those apps, just like the traffic apps. Right. Where are the wrecks? You call and report that there's a slowdown, and then it gets into that whole universe of shared information.
GIS is one thing that I like about it. It integrates all this information. And like you said, it's the map, it's the applications, it's the data, it's the people. It brings all this together.
Okay. Well, what about later in the day? We're inviting the adults to come in.
That's correct. So starting at 4 o'clock in the main meeting room here at the library, we're going to have about 6 speakers giving presentations, like I said, about real-world solutions. We'll have someone from LIGO, the center out in Livingston Parish.
Our Nobel Peace Prize-winning LIGO.
Someone from State Wildlife and Fisheries. Someone from the Urban Forest Strike Team.
I love that.
Yeah.
I just have this vision of ninjas coming in. Okay.
We actually have someone from Esri, one of the main software providers.
International level players. And
I have yours truly.
Yes, that's right. Talking about Open Data BR and the city's own award-winning efforts.
That's right. Using this data, doing something with it, like as you said earlier.
Okay, well, who's behind all this?
So special thanks to the library, number one, for letting us use this awesome facility you guys have, and of course partnering to help.
We love being a part of
getting it together. But Baton Rouge Green is one of our sponsors, and then the Louisiana Remote Sensing and GIS Institute.
Okay, and so Fran's going to be speaking also.
That's correct.
At the
Fran Harvey from Global Geospatial Solutions, and her students that she's teaching GIS to will be here.
It's so cool. So how do we find out more about this?
Just go to gisdaylouisiana.com.
Well, that's simple.
Yeah.
gisdaylouisiana.com.
And if you have specific questions, you can email us at the city at gisbrla.gov.
All right. Thanks, Warren. You know, I will be there because
Yes.
librarians love data, but maybe I'll have to get you a 25th year anniversary cupcake.
Thank you, Mary.
After the break, Bianca McCormick-Johnson shares with us her new book, I'm Good. Plus, we have book reviews from one of our youngest library patrons. All that and more coming up next on the Library Roadshow.
Do you wonder how your family landed here? Do you really know your family roots? Discover more about your family history at the East Baton Rouge Parish Library Genealogy Department. East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Become a member and discover more.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
Welcome back to the November edition of the Library Roadshow. Personal development is a lifelong task. If you're looking for a unique take on becoming your best self, you'll want to meet my next guest. Bianca McCormick-Johnson is the author of I'm Good, G-O-O-D. That means getting over obstacles daily. Bianca joins me now for a chat by phone. Bianca, how did you get your start as an author?
I got my start as an author when I discovered I could turn my imagination into a novel with the stroke of a pencil. The thoughts were always in my head, but I didn't know how to make them come alive until I learned to write. I knew as early as age 7 or 8 years old that I had a special gift. Hence, I put it to the test when I published my first fictional book in 2nd or 3rd grade. I can't remember the title nor its content, but it was quite impressive for the work of an elementary school kid. Though my book was published, it wasn't quite finished because of my sudden withdrawal from school. My mother transferred me to another school because I was struggling to keep up at my previous school where my talent took off. So I guess I always felt as though I had some unfinished business and something to prove.
What's this book about, Bianca?
The title of my self-published book is I'm Good, as in Getting Over Obstacles Daily. It's about what I believe are the core aspects of life people find the most difficult to manage, such as faith, family, friends, attitude, careers, money, acquaintances, and weight. It's filled with original poems and acronyms and topped with tasteful humor.
What inspired writing this book?
My frustration and disappointment with life were the triggers for writing the book. The desire to follow in my mother's footsteps was the honor. My mother published a book of poetry about 1 year prior to the release of mine. I always admired my mother's wit and talent at speaking engagements and stand-up poetry events. She surely had a way of moving the crowd with her unique play on words and captivating expressions. Seeing the audience's reaction made me want to move the crowd someday too.
How can viewers connect with you and maybe find out what you're currently working on?
Folks can learn more about me and explore my works at www.timelesstopics.com. Updates and events can be captured on my Facebook page at I'm Good 2016. My latest graphic work can be found at urbantstop.com, and my current project is Volume 2 of I'm Good, which is entitled I'm Still Good. It's a continuation of the concept of getting over obstacles daily. In this volume, I want my readers to understand that a successful leap over one hurdle does not keep one from having to leap over another. You might run into several roadblocks before reaching milestones. I'm always working on multiple projects at one time, so stay tuned.
I wish you success with your next work. Let's shift gears now and check in with one of our younger patrons, learn what they're reading at the library.
Hi, my name is Kylie, and I'm 12, and my favorite books are the Pegasus books. This book has a lot of action in it, and the girl and the Pegasus are really good friends, and they make more friendships along the way, and it's really cool and cute sometimes. You can't escape me, Emily, he howls. No matter where you go, I'll never stop looking for you. I'll find you and make you pay for this. She turned back and saw the hatred blazing in his wild, frightened eyes. From the back of the tent, girls were chanting, "Zombie angel, zombie angel." My grandma and my dad and my mom all bring me to the library. When I come to the library, my favorite thing to do is look around for books, and new book series that I want to read.
Thanks, Kylie. That series was authored by Kate O'Hearn, who is a prolific children's fantasy writer. It's great to see you reading above your grade level. Stay right there. You're watching the Library Roadshow.
Do you wonder how your family landed here? Do you really know your family roots? Discover more about your family history at the East Baton Rouge Parish Library Genealogy Department. East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Become a member and discover more.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Hey, I'm Constance Wu. Did you know that Crazy Rich Asians was a book before it became a movie? You can still find books at the library, but libraries have so much more, including educational programs for families and opportunities for community engagement and professional development. So visit your library today.
Welcome back. You're watching the November edition of the Library Roadshow, a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. With GIS Day in November, focusing on tools that help research homes and businesses makes a nice parallel. I especially love the new FEMO maps that take you back to the 1800s to show how cities have changed over time. Local history help is available at the main library on Goodwood, with even more online. And it's all free with your East Baton Rouge Parish Library card.
Hello, my name is David Lodge, and I'm the Genealogy Librarian for the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. We are located in the Special Collections Department on the second floor of the main library at Goodwood, where Baton Rouge history comes alive. The East Baton Rouge Parish Library Special Collections Department has many resources for all aspects of historical research. Have you ever wondered about the history of your house or property? We take several approaches when we are asked to help with property research. First, we look at the location and age of the home. Sanborn maps are an excellent source of information. If the building was constructed before 1947 and within the city limits. Assembled by the Sanborn Fire Insurance Company, these maps are standing structure surveys that can reveal many things about your home, including the footprint of the structure and the ways it may have changed over the years. They also list the materials used to construct the house. These maps also reflect the changes in street names and address numbers. Sanborn maps can be found online in our digital library, as well as in print form in the Special Collections Department. Another excellent resource for doing property research is the city directories. These are like phone books, but for addresses. Keep in mind that only homes in the metropolitan area were included before 1966. After that date, they include the entire parish. City directories list properties and adult occupants by address, making it very easy to trace the historical occupants of your home. The listings also may tell you if the resident was an owner, list names of fellow occupants, and sometimes even their occupations and race. You can also track construction dates by determining when the property is first listed in the directories. Also found in the digital library is the Advocate Historical Newspaper Archive. Accessible from home with your library card, this resource can help you find old permits, dates of construction, information about developments and neighborhoods, and sometimes can tell you about events that took place in your home, such as births, marriages, social meetings, and deaths. If you are lucky enough to have a home that was photographed for the paper, these full scans also display images. The Advocate Archive starts in 1845 and goes all the way up to the present time. The Times-Picayune is also available with dates ranging from 1832 to 1989 for full scans and 1990 to the present day for text only. If you are interested in researching the history of your home, please feel free to call us at 225-231-3752 or visit in person on the second floor of the main library at Goodwood. Members of the Special Collections staff are always happy to help. Learn how to research the history of your house and many other historical topics in the Special Collections Department located on the second floor of the main library at Goodwood, where Baton Rouge history comes alive.
Did you know there was so much interesting information about the history of Baton Rouge all under one roof? Come on down and check out the great old photographs, look up some of your Baton Rouge genealogy tree, or just study up on the history of our great capital city. All available at the main library at Goodwood, and it's free with your East Baton Rouge Parish Library card. One last digital treat. The library has a new video resource called Creative Bug. This new database arrives just in time for last-minute holiday preparations for all you dedicated crafters or procrastinating slackers. This is a nice addition to all the wonderful magazines, craft books, videos, and hobbies and crafts databases. So get cracking. And now for today's contest. Visit the library's Facebook page at facebook.com/ebrpl. In honor of GIS Day, show off your favorite locale, then pinpoint it on a map. That's facebook.com/ebrpl. And while you're there, enjoy. We are not your grandfather's library anymore. What's coming up on the Library Roadshow in December? Well, we'll be going inside LASM's Discovery Dome to let it snow.
Tune in next month and I'll be getting ready to welcome Mike Anderson, the Dulcimer guy.
And coming up next month, I'll share another digital resource with you.
Thanks so much for joining us on the Library Roadshow, and remember, your East Baton Rouge Parish Library is open 7 days a week at each and every one of 14 branches, plus 24/7 on the web. Check us out at ebrpl.com.
And that's how we roll.